What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quarter. And hey, quick reminder, tonight's Thursday show, I would absolutely love if it was the biggest one yet. I do a podcast live here on this channel with Sydney Watson. It starts at 5 p.m. Central. I'm going to leave a link in the pinned comment and in the description. I would absolutely love to see you on the show tonight. We're talking about everything that's going on in LA, what is a woman, a recent Joe Biden gaffe, and pop culture stuff. And it's a lot of fun. So I hope that you'll stop by. But big news, Elon Musk gets a nice little win against Twitter. Now, of course, everyone's calling it a minor win, but Wall Street remains unworried. But we're seeing some more cracks in the armor, including an ongoing new investigation into Twitter willingly hiding CP and a mass exodus of employees, which is a good thing, honestly, because there's too many Twitter employees. Elon Musk can make the case that a $7.75 million severance payment to Twitter's former head of security allows him to get out of the deal. Chancellor Kathleen St. Jude McCormick, the chief judge in the Delaware Chancery Court, ruled on a filing Thursday that Musk can now amend his counterclaim to include the payment to Peter Zatko. Now, if you're hearing that name and you're wondering why it might be familiar, well, that's the Twitter whistleblower. So not only did the dude take a $10 million severance payment, then he turned around and outed Twitter anyway. And it did not oppose the motion, and its stock was little moved on the news. Tulane law professor told Barron's McCormick is simply saying that Musk can advance his arguments. She isn't saying whether or not the argument has merit. Twitter, of course, is suing Elon Musk, co-founder of CEO and CEO of Tesla, to complete the $44 billion deal or $54.20 per share acquisition of the Delaware Chancery Court. Musk has argued that the company's disclosure about the prevalence of bot accounts and concerns about vulnerabilities to hackers raised by Zatko allow him to walk away from the deal. Now, if you've been paying attention on Twitter, you've also noticed that Elon has been kind of ramping up over the past couple of days his conversations around the bots. He must be feeling a little more confidence or wanting to ramp up the pressure on Twitter themselves. On top of this, Elon still has this $1 billion breakup fee that I feel like probably is still an option for him. The $1 billion walk away, which, obviously it's like, oh my God, none of us could really fathom $1 billion. I can't even really fathom $1 million. But if he really wanted to walk away from the $44 billion acquisition, what's better? Investing $44 billion that you either don't have or don't want to move around at this time, or pay the $1 billion and walk away. $1 billion breakup fee that he would probably litigate down anyway. Zatko, of course, was fired by Twitter in January. He has since become a key player in Musk's battle with Twitter, something that Twitter now, according to Insider, is actually trying to now connect. So Twitter is currently trying to connect. I was trying to archive this article, but I guess I can't. But Twitter is hunting for a connection between Elon Musk and now turned whistleblower Peter Zatko, or whatever his name was. So Zatko. So Twitter's probably trying to see, hey man, did Elon flip him? Is he an Elon sympathizer? As of recent, $41.31, Twitter shares are trading at nearly a $13 discount to what Musk could be forced to pay. But many analysts believe the stock would fall from current price if Musk were able to walk away. The trial, of course, set to start on October 18th, which is less than a month right now. Boston College law professor Brian Quinn tells Barron's that the latest ruling doesn't change the timing of the trial, but he thinks it's notable that Twitter asked the judge condition it on Musk answering whether he and his team had any communication with the whistleblower prior to the complaint going public. So this is the part about them digging around now. Quote, it's pretty clear that Twitter thinks there is some coordination going on here, Quinn says. Musk didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. Quinn notes that if there was some coordination that could reduce the credibility of Zatko's testimony, Lipton notes that there's no publicly available evidence to suggest there's any coordination between Elon and the whistleblower. Quote, I'll also add that Twitter's inquiries go back pretty far before Musk's bid for the company, Lipton said. So if Twitter can show that Musk knew about Zatko early on, that would suggest that Musk was not defrauded, as he claims, by the lack of disclosure. But I'm sure that Elon would have said something like that. Wedbush analyst Dan Ives told Barron's that Musk's case about the severance payment would be a stretch. Zatko's allegations, though, have given Musk a ton of ammo. It ultimately shows, quote, how the Zatko situation has opened up a Pandora's box situation for Twitter and given Musk a legal leg to stand on, possibly. This on top of the DCW now issuing summons to Twitter, the Delhi PD, over availability of the type of photos that shouldn't be available on the website. Now, for whatever reason, India's the only base country out there. I don't know. Our government doesn't seem to care about the widespread availability of these images. What's kind of sad is how, maybe I'll have the founder of the GAG on to talk about how kind of the LGBTQ group has been co-opted by MAPS, so to speak, and it runs cover for them because it's like our woke corporations in this country don't want to apparently respond to these type of images being on their platform because that would be anti-woke, I guess. You see, Twitter and the PD has been given time until September 26th, that's in 4 days, to respond to the summons. There was no immediate reaction from the website and the PD. There's a university incident set me thinking. I asked my team to investigate. We found videos of people who are way too young on Twitter, which were seen being R-worded. Some of the platforms here are even selling the videos. This is horrific, police chief told reporters. Protests rocked the university campus Saturday evening over claims that the objectionable videos of several students were recorded, including which chief minister has now ordered a probe. The panel has summoned Twitter India policy head and Delhi police over tweets depicting CP and all sorts of other terrible things. This is on Twitter, right? Shockingly, some of these videos depict all sorts of terrible things I don't even want to go into. The summons issues to Twitter, the commission has said it's deeply distressed that such illegal acts involving all sorts of terrible things have now been publicized using the website. Well, Twitter doesn't have Section 230 protection there. I doubt, right? So here in the United States, our government says, well, you're just a platform. Even though you systematically silence particular voices and, conservative voices or voices that you deem bad, which always seem to be on one side of the political aisle. I don't know why that seems to be happening, but, maybe it's just a coincidence. Twitter says it's just a coincidence. You all see the Delhi police have also been asked to provide a number of similar tweets reported by Twitter in the past and whether FIRs were registered in connection with those accused. Yikes. I mean, based India, apparently. Also, Twitter facing an exodus of hundreds of workers since Elon pitched them the vision 3 months ago. Good, by the way. These are people that are just avoiding getting terminated anyway because they know that Elon demands his employees actually work. You can see 2 months after Elon declared his intent to acquire Twitter, the billionaire spoke directly with workers at Twitter. Nothing he said seemed to reassure workers, and since then, waves of Twitter employees have left the company. At that virtual meeting in June, Musk spoke to Twitter employees ranging from aliens to layoffs being needed to ensure health of the company. Already, employees have expressed frustration and disappointment with the deal reached in April. In 3 weeks after, Twitter saw about 100 workers leave the company. This is about 10%, I would say. 10 to 15% is what people are saying. Here, the overall loss is 8.5%. So call it about 10%. Is that enough to call it a mass exodus? I suppose 10% is not a small number of the head count. But these are people that, A few hundred is a great start. No need to pay severance or benefits either. You see it. Obviously, this is on Teslarati. So, a site that's going to be a little more kind to Elon, but good riddance to bad rubbish. Hopefully they found another job. I'm sure they can go find another job on plenty of websites that allow the type of photos that maybe they enjoy. I suppose, Instagram is a thing, or Facebook, or wherever else they can go. It'll be interesting to see as this trial starts out, but a nice little win for Elon. And by the way, remember, the live stream starts at 5 Central, so maybe while you're watching this, it's going on. Definitely pop on over after you watch this video. I'd love to see you in chat.